What, did you guys think I didn't have the receipts on this shit? It blows me away. Anytime I talk about things like police quotas, people, there's no such thing as police quotas. You get the blue line supporters and you get the cops out there. There's no such thing as quotas. Let me explain what these are called. These are called performance evaluations. Now, I'm going to show you the actual evaluation that I received based off of a performance evaluation, right? And it's got dates on it. Things have probably changed since this time, but it doesn't mean that they didn't at one time exist or they do exist at current departments. I just don't like being called a liar, especially when I know exactly what I'm talking about. So for your entertainment pleasure, you could pause this and read this on your own, but this is from the Round Lake Park Police Department that I received on April 1st, 2014. I was on afternoons then, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. or midnights, whichever way you wanted to look at it. And we had just established prior, I'll get to the memo, a performance evaluation system, right? So again, you're talking about cops don't have to get a certain number of tickets all the time. They don't have to get I got to get 10 tickets a night for quotas. That's how you think it is. Let me explain how it's done and how you as the citizen pay the price. I'm going to read this. April 1st, 2014, Officer Izzo, badge number 501, Deputy Chief Birch, quarterly evaluation. I've completed your quarterly evaluation for the first quarter of 2014, January to March 2014. This evaluation is based off of the primary performance measures established in a memo 2013, so that represents the year 2013-001, in conjunction with patrol officers that voluntarily provided input, which I was a part of. Your evaluation considers your performance of the established primary performance measures and how you use your self-directed time to complete enforcement actions versus your peers. So let me break down that sentence and that paragraph, what that means. This was all put in place because of Joey. It's as simple as that. We had a guy who was on our department, probably a 25-year veteran cop who the command staff just couldn't stand. Great guy, personal friend of mine. I knew him before I went on the department because I worked at the town north of, just bordered him, knew him, always a class act. I went into the department, man, they vilified him to me like crazy. Stay away from him. He's going to get you in trouble, this and that. They stuck me on the same shift with him in order to try to run circles around him to frustrate him. He was late 50s, I was early 40s, and they thought that I would force him out just based on my performance and my being a company man. Well, I got to know Joey. And I went, holy shit, you're not the monster that they fucking made you out to be. And we got really close. So what they thought was, let's come up with a point system, quota, performance evaluation, so that by the time we get to him 3/4 or a whole year's worth of performance evaluations is now what we want, we can force him out because we were a union. We were with MAP at the time, and you couldn't get rid of somebody, and they wanted to get rid of him bad. Couldn't get rid of him for age discrimination. Nothing. Just this was the thing that they thought they were going to do. Joey had a system. His system and my system was between the first 5 p.m. when we went on and 9 p.m., he would do all the traffic he wanted, 5 to 9, 5 to 10, whatever it was. And I would answer the calls for service. He would do suspendeds, no valids. He would go out and just knock down the cars or whatever. When the night got kind of slower during the week, what we would then was switch. I would go hunting for DUIs after 10 p.m., until now, start writing my reports at 3 a.m. And he would take any calls for service unless it was a 2-car call. That was our system. Apparently, it wasn't good enough for the department because they wanted Joey to get DUIs. They wanted him to sit there and do gang contacts. It just wasn't his thing anymore. He was approaching the end of his career, and it's like, shit, man, just fucking let me do my job. So this is what they thought would solve it. You notice that there were voluntary officers who provided input. We sat at the table. This is what we should base it on. This is what the point system, and this is what we got to do. And there's this big, long list, all the way from if you pull on a door, you get 2 points. If you find an open door, it's 10 points. If you get a traffic stop is worth 2 points. A misdemeanor arrest is worth 4 points. A felony arrest is worth 7 points. Keep that in mind. Keep that point system in mind, right? And it's performance measures. They're going to be measured against how you use your self-directed time to compete or to complete enforcement actions versus your peers. So they're automatically sizing you up against other cops. That's how that goes. The primary performance measures as established are drug arrests. Now listen to me very carefully on this. if this is in your town, think about this for a second. The primary measures are established are drug arrests, suspended or revoked license, moving traffic citations, see memo for specific violations, ordinance violations, see memo for specific violations, and others, including all arrests, citations issued not covered by the above categories. When we talk about when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, this is proof of it. And I was a part of this system, right? Automatically you say, so the number one priorities of your town is drug arrests? It's listed. And it doesn't say in order, but if you're going to put the first one on there, now you see that when I was there, the village of Round Lake Park, our top priority was drug arrests. It's on the memo in this directive of an evaluation of my performance. To obtain positive evaluations, you must perform each of the evaluated performance measures and be within 20% of the average performance of you and your peers. Break that down even more. So let's just say Matt is all gung-ho, and Matt gets 50 drug arrests a month. I got to be within 20% of that. I don't know the math of that. I'll make it easier. If it's 100 drug arrests he get, then I've got to get 20. Well, if it's 50, that means I've got to get 5, right? That's the way it goes. A little math. I just wiggled my toes. So, well, if Matt only got 10 and I got 1 drug arrest or 2 drug arrests, does that fall within that measure? Do you see the measure of that? Oh, my math was bad. It was actually 10. It would have been 10 if Matt got 50. Does it make sense what I'm talking about? Is you're measuring off of the performance. It's the same concept of picking cotton, right? Slaves went out. Well, you got 4 pounds of cotton today? Great. Tomorrow I expect 4. Come back. Oh, 7? You got 7 pounds of cotton today? Great. Tomorrow I expect 7. Well, today I got 4, just like I did the day before. Nope, you get whipped. You got to get the full goalpost keeps moving. Do you understand? Do you get this? Especially as you as a citizen who has no idea what their officers go through on the department. Now, you've got Matt. Matt's getting 50 drug arrests a month, and I'm falling short. I've got 5. Well, you don't think it's a problem. You say to yourself, well, I want the drugs off my street. I do. I don't want any of this drug shit around until it's your kid who gets pulled over by a zealous officer, smell cannabis in the car. Back then, we could search the entire car, the occupants, everything in the car when we smell the odor of cannabis. And then in your daughter's purse, your daughter forgot she's got a single oxycodone pill in her purse that you gave her for back pain out of your supply because she was having the hardest time sleeping at night, and she didn't take it because it was okay. She didn't take it, it's in her purse. But the officer needs his points. So he arrests her and charges her with a class 4 felony, tows the car, sends her to bond court. She misses work in the morning, and she, who has never had a drug arrest or arrest period ever in her life, now has a class 4 felony on her record that she has to explain to future employers, future schools, future people she's going to marry. I've been arrested. I've got drug charges. All because a cop fell short of their points and was pressured because they were measured in the established hierarchy of what their coworker did. Because the punishment, which you don't talk about, sucks. The punishment is if you fell short 2 or 3 quarters in a row, you could be put on the opposite shift, the one that you didn't bid for. You could be taken out of the new squad car that you were just given, put in the old piece of shit. So it's self-preservation. I don't want to go to fucking days. I hate days. I don't want to get the old squad car with no AC. I'm working. I want the Tahoe. So you see how this is self-preservation for cops, and you all look like cattle to us. I am pleased to report that you are in the best or acceptable performance range for all preliminary performance measures because I was a fucking company boy and a fucking stud. Right? I did what I was told like a good boy. Thank you for your efforts this past quarter. For the second quarter of 2014, the primary performance measures will remain the same. So think about this for a second. And I told you the outcome, and that actually did happen. The rookie I was training, that's the exact same scenario. I tried to teach him compassion, fucking didn't listen. The woman didn't need to be charged with a class 4 felony for having a single loose pill in her purse that was her mother's that she got for back pain. But because you have a performance evaluation put in place, yes, she does. Yes, she does. You don't have quotas? No, it's worse. You got cops that are put under fucking pressure and an established list. So think about that for a second. If you need an average of 48 points a night to get to the end of the week, and your point system is 2 points for a traffic stop, 4 points for a misdemeanor, 7 points for a felony, what are you going to try? For 20 traffic stops in one night? 4 or 5 or 6 misdemeanors, or 2 felonies to get closer to that mark? You're going to go with the less effort. Well, what does that mean? That means that you're going to create the problem. Think about that. I said that. Traffic stop, pulled over, smelled weed. Hey, you guys are smoking? Great. Go the fuck home. What were you doing? You didn't use your turn signal turning? Oh, but I've got to get that 7 points. So I'm going to now do what I can lawfully do, search everything. You got a pill? That pill, it's loose in your purse. I read your Miranda. You acknowledge that it wasn't yours. You're in possession of unprescribed narcotics that fits the totality of the circumstances and the elements of the offense. I could charge you with a class 4 felony. It's making sense yet? It's making sense with the morality of law enforcement. Now it's a fucking business and it's revenue generation and it ruins lives. Don't tell me there's not a fucking quota system. I was one of the best at it. Clearly here in my memo. So anytime it comes down to understanding what the job is as a cop, you guys don't know. You have no clue what this shit is. So sadly, we have performance evaluation. They quickly, when I first talked about this and I put this up online, the department quickly eliminated this. So I don't know if they went back to it. I have no idea. It's a shame. And you do look, when I go back to this, if you're a citizen, do you want your cops in your town focusing on drug arrests, suspended driving revoked, which, yeah, if you're suspended driving revoked, I'll talk about that a million times. Sometimes it's equipment violation, sometimes it's not paying your insurance, and how you're going to get back to work. There's a lot of moral issues and judgment calls that you're not allowed to make as a cop, even if you have discretion, because you're pressured under fucking performance. Can you imagine? You don't have a drug problem in your town, which most towns do. It's the war on drugs is one of the most useless things in the world. And now you've got cops who you're just coming back and forth to work, and they're looking for shit, man. How many of you got loose shit in your purses, in your wallets, in your pants, whatever it is that a cop could? I can't tell you how many times I pulled somebody over, smell of cannabis, and I saw a roach in the car. You know, the teeny tiny little burnt piece of fucking cannabis, and I go, "Dude, you smoke that?" I finished it about an hour ago. Excellent. Step out of the car. You're under arrest for driving under the influence of intoxicating compounds. 7. I think I had 7 cannabis DUI arrests my last year on. All lawful. All fucking lawful. Is it moral? Come on, man. So don't fucking question me if I put something up online and I say, hey, you don't have quota systems. You don't have this and that. Do you even know what you have in your own department or what they're doing behind your back and all that shit? Guess not. Make sure you join us live every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern for Cop Talk Live, where we change cop culture. We talk about all these issues firsthand with you. And I'll see you guys in the next video.